Hey everyone, today we'll be learning about candlestick formation, trend lines, and support and resistance. There are two types of candlestick, bearish candlestick and a bullish candlestick. In case of a bearish candlestick, this is the opening and this is the closing. In case of a bullish candlestick, this is the opening and this is the closing. The day high and the day low remains the same. Now, what is a trend line? A trend line is a line drawn by joining the highs and lows of the candlestick. In this case, as we can see when we join the lows of the candlestick, we can clearly see an uptrend or a rising trend. And when we join the tops of the candlestick, we can see a downtrend or a falling trend. Trend lines are a visual representation of support and resistance in any time frame, meaning that when we join the trend lines, we can identify support and resistance. In case of CDSL, we can see that as you have joined the tops and we have joined the bottoms, we can clearly see a downtrend in the company. Next is support and resistance. Now, what is support? Support refers to the price level that an asset does not fall below for the particular period of time. Meaning, in case of Microsoft, this point and this point acted as a support because they did not fall below this point. So what we need to do is we just need to draw a parallel line joining the lows of the candlestick, which acts as a support. Similarly, in case of resistance. Now, what is resistance? Resistance is the rise in the price of an asset which is halted. In this case, this point and this point acted as a resistance because the share price could not go beyond this point. So just like you did in case of support, wherein you drew a parallel line joining the lows of the candlestick, in this case you need to join the tops of the candlestick. Now when a share price moves between these parallel lines, that is when the share price moves between support and resistance, it is known as a channel. Once the share price breaks the resistance area, that is breaks this line, it is referred to as breakout. A breakout is the price of an asset wherein it moves above the resistance area. Also, it is a great indication that people are bullish about the particular stock and the stock might shoot up. Let's take few examples. We'll take an example of Merck wherein we need to join the tops of the candlestick. So as we can see, this was a point and this was another point. So it acted as a resistance, right? And this was the point where the share price broke the resistance area. And this is what we know as breakout. And most of the investors initiate a buy after a breakout if they find that this is not a false breakout. Another example wherein we can take is Ajanta Pharma. Now, as mentioned earlier, this point and this point and this point, this 3 points are acting as a support because the share price did not breach this line. So this was a point, this was another point, and this was a point wherein you could have initiated a buy for Ajanta Pharma. Another thing which we need to observe here is the uptrend channel. Now, as I said you earlier, that when a share price moves between the parallel lines, that is the support and the resistance, it is known as a channel. So this is an uptrend channel. So what we can conclude is that Ajanta Pharma is in an uptrend. Next example which we can take is of Canfin Homes, wherein this point acted as the resistance point, this point and this point. So after the share price breached this point, you can name it as breakout. Another resistance line which you could have made is this point. So if the share price breached this line, that is above 374, you could have initiated a buy. So this was the basic about support and resistance and trend lines. What I would like you all to do is that I would want you to practice various companies and identify trend lines, support and resistance. And you can drop me a mail at themarkettraders@gmail.com if you have any queries. Thank you.